Hey guys, just wanted to make an update about a recent dream I had, and I'm updating about this dream because I usually don't remember my dreams. Um, Last dream I remember remembering was like beginning of spring, maybe even before, like we're talking February, and before that it was like a long time. So when I do remember a dream, to me it's kind of important to me. And I have several sources of dream interpretation, one being dreammoods.com, and another being this dream dictionary, which I actually just got maybe about a month ago from my work. And this is like not my religion or anything. I just like to, just be aware of other points of views and other opinions. And I feel like whether or not this is the truth, that it didn't just come out of nowhere. Like someone didn't just be like, oh, cat means love. You know what I mean? So I had this dream where this is all I remember is that I was running through a maze, and it was like a foresty kind of maze. Like the ground was all gravel, but the maze was bush. Not really tropical, but just like bushy. And I was like walking through this maze, going around the corners, and just kind of seeing where it is, and I'd just go around another corner, and then I'd catch a glimpse of like a white tail going around the corner that was ahead of me. So I'd like kind of run up and catch up and be like, what was that? And I'd look around the corner, and again it'd be like a leg and a tail just like turning around the corner. And it was some kind of white animal. So I started running, and as I started running, I kept turning these maze corners, not going into any dead ends, but being led by this animal, or what seemed to be an animal. And as I caught up and got closer, I realized it was a white tiger. So I was chasing this tiger, and it was running and running, and it kind of just felt like we were both going like really slow, like slow motion, but we're running for sure. And I'm following this tiger, trying to catch up, almost getting really close enough to touch it, but not enough because it's pretty fast. And around a corner, and just kind of endless, like just around corners. And eventually I turned a corner, and instead of it continuing to be more maze, it was like this big kind of like shrine, like a foresty kind of rock temple-y shrine with like water kind of like cascading down, and different little like rock kind of platforms, and more of an open area, but the same kind of like foresty labyrinth feel. And in this little shrine was other like white tigers just kind of sitting, and they're all like looking at me. And I kind of had the sense this is where the tigers lived. And that's basically all I remember. And I can't get this dream out of my head. I keep thinking about it. This maybe was about a week ago. And over this last week, I don't know how to explain it, but I've never felt this good. And I've never felt this much drive and motivation, and this like I've never felt this correct, which is a word I guess I'm using. And I just can't get this dream out of my head. So I decided to look up the meanings from these two different sources, and I think I'll share them with you. Each kind of dictionary item has like several different ways that the item that you dreamt of might be in your dream. But underneath the maze, the part that applies to me about the maze in my dream was: a maze of green vines and timbers denotes unexpected happiness from what was seemingly a cause for loss and despair. And I kind of... Here, I'll read the rest before I kind of tell you what I think. So that's maze from this source, and I'll read it from this source as well. To dream that you are in a labyrinth indicates your desire to get to the center of some issue or problem. And it also has maze and labyrinth. And maze says, to dream that you're in a maze denotes that you need to deal with a task on hand on a more direct level. You are making the situation harder than it really is. So I had this dream before this previous week, which has gone by, and again, this week has been so amazing for me. I can't explain how amazing and how many coincidences have aroused for me, but insane week of just love and just so much coming to me. And the shrine, according to dreammoods.com, says to see a shrine in your dream indicates that you're putting too much of your energy into one element of your life. And that had been true for a while. And when it comes to shrine in this book, the only thing I could find was fountain, which is kind of what's in my head when it comes to the images I had. It says, to dream that you see a clear fountain sparkling in the sunlight denotes vast possessions, ecstatic delights, and many pleasant journeys. When it comes to the actual tiger, which I believe is the most significant aspect and thing in my dream, the part about tigers that applies to me says, to see one running away from you is a sign that you will overcome opposition and rise to higher positions. And according to dreammoods.com, tiger means to see a tiger in your dream represents power and your ability to exert it in various situations. The dream may also indicate that you to take more of a leadership role. So, I had this dream before this previous week, and this previous week I've really tuned into my heart, and I've really, instead of trying to decide one thing to do in my life, one thing, trying to find that one thing that makes me really happy, I'm listening to my heart, and my heart is telling me to do many different things, and that has welcomed this extreme joy and this extreme humbleness and this extreme respect for just everything, and I'm just so thankful. And a lot of big things are coming my way. I've been working on so many things. I don't want to get into it because that's almost a whole other video. But that's my dream that I recently remembered. And I'd like to document it because I'd never really remember dreams ever. Not even like little tiny things, like anything. So I'm just thankful, and I wanted to share it.